friendly neighborhood club fitter. I'm going to do a little myth busting today and try out a few things. Probably eye-opening for me because I've never really done this test myself, but just to kind of show you guys what to expect. So I've got 4 golf shafts here. We have the new Ventus Blue Fujicur. I have a 6X, a 60 gram stiff, a 50 gram regular, and a 50 gram men's flex or senior flex. R2 is how Fujicur designates that. So I'm gonna hit all 4 of these and see what happens and see what kind of results we get. All right, so far, just did this X and the stiff. Now we're on to the regular. All right, just to do it, on my 4th shaft, hit a few drivers with a few shots with each combination. You can get pretty tired doing this. So keep in mind, that's why I always talk about pitch count in terms of how many swings you're making. So on to the last one. This is the senior flex. Let's see what we get out of this. All right, so just got done hitting all those shots. Keep in mind, this is just me. Everyone is going to react differently to this type of a test. So I tend to be one of those people who, if the shaft is a little on the softer side, I tend to hit it right. You'll see a lot of people counteract it, but I'm opposite man because I got a pretty funky swing. So keep that in mind. This is just me doing it to show you how much of a difference or how little of a difference there can be when it comes to doing something like this or kind of figure out what your shaft flex is. If I go and look at all of these numbers here, the ball speed was actually the best for me with the stiff flex. I believe I was 160.3, 159.7, 59.4, and I was 157.8 with the 6X, but that could have been because it was the first few swings of the day. If you look at the club data, club head speed, I was 111 with the X, 112 with the stiff, and 113 with both the regular and the senior flex. So go softer flex, you can pick up club head speed. I don't know if you follow any of the world long drive stuff, especially EJ McDonald, our director of golf. He competes in a lot of world long drive competitions, so I kind of take note and look at what a lot of those guys are using. A lot of them are using ladies or senior flex or very, very soft, light, whippy driver shafts because they want to hit it pretty hard. I can definitely speak from my experience that, the 113s for the regulars and the senior flex, it's a lot easier to achieve those club head speeds with those 2 shafts than it was with the stiff and the X. So something to keep in mind. The one thing I will say is my delivery didn't change much. 5.3 up, 5 up, 5.2 up, 6 up on the R2. That one I kind of struggled with because I just kept on hitting it right. Path was 1.3 into out, 1.3 into out, 1.3 into out, 1.4 into out. So my delivery in terms of where the club head was going was pretty good. What did change was face to path. I was closed with the X. I was a little bit closed with the stiff. And then I was open with the regular and with the senior flex. So for me, if for some reason I'm fighting a hook, or if I had what makes me think of this, if I had a draw bias driver, or because I actually do have a draw biased head, a Callaway AI Smoke Max D. So something worth thinking about is I could take that head and put one of these softer shafts in it to offset that rightward miss for myself and bring it back online. In terms of strike location, excuse me, it looks like they're all fairly similar, a little bit lower on the club face. You can see that over here. Red being the X was a little higher up on the club face. Green was the regular. That was a little more towards the middle. Blue was right at the same spot, and the senior flex was pretty low in the club face. But that's basically the biggest thing I could take out of this. Is it's not necessarily going to change. Yes, my launch conditions changed. Like the higher spin was with the senior flex, but that was mainly due to, one, it looks like I hit it pretty low on the club face. That kicks up the spin. And two, my club face was pretty open. I was 2.7 open on average. So that's something to take note. I was consistently open, but it was open all the time. So again, going back to that, I've got a hook biased a driver that wants to turn over a little more. I could put something like this in this because the club head speed could go up, and the fact that face wants to close down, that could be an interesting little combination for me to kind of mess around with in the future. So cool little test. Again, just test it out to see what the differences would be versus the extra stiff, the regular, and the senior flex. So keep that in mind. We can kind of go outside the box and see what may or may not work for your individual swing. So if you have any questions, you want to mess around with some stuff, I know it's hot, it's summertime. Cool thing is I can do this all indoors, air conditioned. So feel free to reach out, jordanb@bonitabayclub.net. Thank you all. Have a great day.